Good evening, everyone. It's lovely to see you here. This will be the first of our citizenships that we're holding here at the Gippsland Performing Arts Centre, so pretty special night for you and a very special night for us. I'm Kelly O'Callaghan, I'm the Mayor of Latrobe City. Lovely to see you all here this evening to enjoy in this great celebration. We're very pleased to be able to celebrate with you. I would like to acknowledge we are meeting here today on the traditional land of the Brackalung people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. I would also like to acknowledge other elders who may be present with us this evening, and also pay tribute to those elders who've been our trusted guides in terms of all of our formalities around welcoming new citizens to our local community. It's my great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all of you for this Australian citizenship ceremony this evening. And I would like to acknowledge our official guests for this evening, Melina Barth, MP, Dan Clancy, our Deputy Mayor, and Stephen Piasanti, our CEO. Please join me in giving them a warm welcome. And the great thing about having them here is they get to help, so you don't have to listen to me all the time. Get to spend some time with them as well. And just as we go through, just in the relation to comfort and moving around, we're acutely aware that kids do love to participate in this. Please do not feel the need to keep them contained. If they want to zoom around, that's perfectly fine by me. I would now like to read the citizenship message from the Honourable Alex Hawke MP, Minister for Immigration, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs. Today, you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation, and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and more recently with people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in freedom and dignity of each individual, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. We value the rule of law, democracy, and equality of opportunity for all people. We stand with other democracies in helping to defend and protect these hard-fought freedoms. We are a resilient nation. Drought, bushfire, floods, and a global pandemic have challenged our normal way of life. Our social cohesion, a key strength of Australia, has never been more important. Upon taking the pledge of commitment today, I call on you to embrace these values, the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship, and play an active part in your local communities to build an even stronger nation. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. It's from Alex Hawke. I now have the great pleasure of welcoming Melina Barth to address us all. Just say a few words. Thanks, Melina.
Thanks, Kelly. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely, lovely to be here. And I too acknowledge that we are meeting on Gunai-Kurnai land. And whenever I stand and say those words, I like to think of what, let's go back 100 years, 200 years, 3, 4, 1,000 years, 60,000 years, Gunai-Kurnai and traditional owners walked on this land, and it would have been very different to today, but I'm sure it's a place where people met and shared and challenged and enjoyed each other's company and socialised, and that's what we're here today to do, to welcome you in to be our new Australians and through the citizenship ceremony. If, like me, you were born in Australia, you are incredibly lucky. We are very much a lucky country. If, like you today, you chose to come to Australia and today chose to become Australians, you are very, very wise. So we are full, this hall, of both wise and lucky people tonight. And it's a solemn promise that you're making. And I think, you know, we grew up and we never needed to do that. And I think it's a very wise and solemn promise to make the commitments that you're holding on to now. And you've come from various reasons and for various times. Some of you have been, I think, here for 43 years and now making the choice to be an Australian citizenship, and some, I hope, only a very short time when you've made that decision. When we see things happening overseas, and I'm sure you watch with sadness of the news that's happening in Europe, we see how incredibly lucky we are. And I think we should always rejoice in that and relax in that, but be vigilant for our democracy and the need to have freedoms of speech, freedom to associate, and freedom to enjoy our democracy and be that voice. I think it's very important. It's an honour that, you know, we shouldn't take lightly. And the other thing, in finally welcoming you, it's been raining a lot, hasn't it? And it's been warm. The earth has been warm, and you walk out sometimes. I live down a dirt track that's always dusty. My car's always dusty, but I have gum trees around my house. And I walk out when the rains come through and I smell those gum trees, and there is nothing for me more beautiful than the smell of wet gum leaves pervading through the air. So with that thought in mind, welcome to your new status. I hope that you enrich your lives, and I'm sure you're already engaging in the community. One of the key things, I think, is to get involved in your community, whether it's through volunteering or just joining a club. That way you can enrich your community, this community, and it can enrich you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Melina. We've had the great pleasure of having Melina join us for a number of our citizenship ceremonies, and it's always lovely to have you here, and we enjoy your enthusiasm for all of the things that we undertake and the work we do together between our levels of government also. I would now like to read the preamble to the Australian Citizenship Act, and it reads as follows. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia, and Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing their democratic beliefs, and by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. We will now bring some of our groups forward. Rakina will organise that for us as we start working through taking of the oath of citizenship. Please excuse my back, but I figure you want to be looking at your family members, you don't need to be looking at me. They're all very good. Got everyone in? Move across this way a bit. Go on over once. Wish to the corner. Very good. Walk to the car. Very good. So we'll each be undertaking the oath. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start reading through, and as we commence, we'll start with I, and then you'll say your name. So your name is Tree. We'll then read through. I'll go a line at a time, and you can repeat the line after me. If there's any difficulties at all, we can just repeat, so don't be too concerned about that. So, I state your name. From this time forward under God.
From this time forward under God.
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations. Please give a warm round of applause. Fantastic. My VIP guests will now join us in presenting to our newly confirmed citizens a gift from us, which is a gift of a plant. We're going to take their certificates as well as some other little goodies, the flag, all those kinds of things.
She's left her glasses on the bench.
Alright, this is me. Yep.
There you go. Can I shake your hand?
For sure, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well done, please. Congratulations once again. If you'd like to take your seats, we will now work through the next. So please take a seat.
Thank you.
So we'll now call up group 2. And what we will do when we finish, we'll have lots of opportunities for photos. We'll have some refreshments afterwards. So we'll just work through these processes and then have some celebrations together. Good thing about group 2, it's all group 1.
Yeah, that's
Real good. Okay, so everyone got what they need. We'll start working through. You want to come to the front if you want. Do you want to pop through? So you're going to hide. You do whatever you feel comfortable. Nope, go to hide. So the same as the first group. So we'll start with I and then your name, and then we'll work through line by line. We can repeat those after me. Give a yell if you need to. So I,
Nigel Malcolm,
from this time forward under God,
from this time forward under God,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations. Awesome shoes. I need to get shoes.
Thank you.
So I knew it. I knew it. I can't say I'm doing this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We talk about it. 36 for me.
Well done. Congratulations again. Fantastic.
Group number
Group 3. All right. Group 3. Who's the first two groups? So again, so with I and then your name, and then we'll work through line by line. So I. From this time forward under God,
From this time forward under God,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations.
That's about all. How good is that?
I trust your skills.
Sandy, congratulations.
And then here we are, father and baby. Very good. Congratulations.
Yay, well done. And now for group 4.
Bring it on down.
Come on, group 4, represent.
Okay, group 4, how you feeling? So, very slight change to the first one, but we'll just go I and your name, and then just read 3 cards and just repeat it right after me. So, I,
Brian Knight,
from this time forward,
from this time forward,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations. Here they come. They're going to fight over the last 3 days. It's going to be a tussle.
Right. That's you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Great.
Well done. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And thank you to Melina, Dan and Steve. It's always better with a team. So I think now that everyone's taken their oath or affirmation, we should all join together to give our newest Australian citizens a very warm welcome. It's been my great pleasure and privilege to welcome today our newest citizens of Australia and congratulate you on your decision to become an Australian citizen. Choosing to become a citizen is a very significant expression of your pride in being part of Australia's dynamic and diverse society. You have made a pledge of commitment to Australia and its people and have been provided with a memento card to mark the occasion of the commitment. Australian citizens value many basic rights, including equality of treatment, equality under law, democracy, and equal opportunity for all. Our culturally diverse society is founded on a fair go for all Australians. Now that you are Australian citizens, you enjoy specific privileges and responsibilities, such as the right to vote, to help elect Australia's governments, and to access an Australian passport. For each of you who've made your pledge today, your Australian citizenship is a symbol of your commitment to Australia and your formal membership of the Australian community. In taking on the commitment, you assume a new responsibility, and in making the pledge, you became an Australian citizen. Finally, I congratulate all of the conferees for the commitment you have made today to being part of Australia's future. You all have your gifts and your certificates, which we are very happy to be able to provide to you. But more so, we would like to join with you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. We will join with you for refreshments, which we will have out in the beautiful foyer under those magnificent timber trees out the front where many of you would come in through the building. So I do hope you stay and join us for refreshments. We also have Ant and our crew there to take some photos for you, so please take the opportunity to make sure there's a memento and we'll get those out to you as well. But join us once again on congratulating all of our citizens. Well done, everyone. And thank you so much for being part of this wonderful celebration, and our team will show you the way out to the foyer so that we can continue our celebrations. Thanks, everyone.